is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And a short kick taken at about the 16. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Elliott. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. For the Vikings and Saints, you might recall, they battled in the wild card round a season ago, and it was the guys in purple who came in and pulled off the upset, with Kirk Cousins finding Kyle Rudolph in the end zone in overtime to sew up a 26-20 win. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. This is intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Ball carried by number
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
34-yard line.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Now, Wentz, I think this is going to be a free play. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Now a handoff here to his running back. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
The running back.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. We'll check on his status when we get back. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. On 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And this time he is in. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
This is Elliott. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Elliott. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run with Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. Coming up on a 3rd and 4. Prescott off play action. Out to his left. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a 1st down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Prescott to throw on 4th. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Wentz. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
7-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So first they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Wentz now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 17. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try to get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and it's 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Triplet. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
This is
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, it's Elliott, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Jalen Smith. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Prescott looks to throw on first. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. This is caught. It's Cooks. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Wentz. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. 15 yards on the play, first down.
That's good.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friend throw the ball and try to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
You just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
concrete.
toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
The 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
10 at the 20-yard line.
Into the red zone. Wentz. Flush to his right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Now, Wentz again. And he comes back with one complete. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
7-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the Saints are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
First play of the drive there is incomplete. And the timing of a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Intended for Calvin Ridley.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Now a handoff here to the running back. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Saints. 1st and 10.
On first down, Wentz. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On play action, it's Wentz. He's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. So comes Wentz as he and the guys on offense here will go for 2. Throwing is Wentz. Oh, it's intercepted. He's trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing, the interception. If he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Hauled in downfield, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On play action, Prescott finds his tight end Ingram, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
First down, Minnesota.
They'll roll him out right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ezekiel Elliott, 28 yards. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Vikings 9.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
From left side to start out, that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
First and 10.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Throwing on first is Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Wentz will try again on second down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's going to be caught.
New contract off of this win.
Yeah, they are looking strong.